And we return once again.
Hello.
Let's load up this day. Ooh, Kane. Interesting.
Alright, so where do we go this week?
So, the last daily I did, the game said I finished 41st place.
Ooh, that's nice.
And at the end of it all, I ended in 39th.
What the fuck?
That's because I used the, I used the better website to track, greedbutt.com/plus. And I actually got 39th in the last daily you guys saw last week, so pretty solid run, actually.
For you guys who don't know about greedbutt.com, it pretty much gets rid of all the hackers.
Yeah. Basically, anyone with over... Oh,
wow.
Oh my god, alright, this is one really good daily. Anyone with over, like, probably, I'd say 65,000 points is probably a hacker. I don't, like, even with all of the bonus ways of getting points in that, I don't think you can get 65,000.
Why are you picking them up now?
Time.
Oh, okay.
I'm basically just saying I feel like my skills are good enough to where going back would just hurt me more. No.
Oh,
free,
yeah, lockpicks.
Yeah,
good.
Free gold chests are just like, yes, give me. Duke of Flies is extremely easy with these piercing shots we got with Tech Point 5.
Yeah.
All in all, pretty easy first floor. HP.
So, Pat, how was your week?
Oh, goody my week. So, to date the episode, I suppose, classes just started this week for both of us.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I got myself a busy semester. And I'm sure I'm going to have a lot to talk about. I'm sure I'm going to have a lot to talk about it throughout the semester. Let's see, what do I want to start off with? So in my last semester of college, I am currently TAing a class where I'm helping people get through senior lab, which is where they need to do a whole bunch of different labs, a whole bunch of long lab reports. It's a lot of hard work. They're not going to have fun with it.
Neither are you.
I mean, it's not that bad for me as their TA. It is 100 times worse for them. Absolutely. But yeah, so this week I had to help people get familiarized with the lab. Only one of the 4 groups got to me in a timely fashion about it. Thank you very much to them. And luckily, the other people all asked, like, an hour before I was supposed to meet with the one guy who gave me, like, a day's notice. So I just said, like, can you come down in, like, an hour? I'm talking with other people about it. And I was like, thank God that one guy got to me extremely quickly and efficiently with this. Otherwise, I might potentially have been down there today, which we're recording this on a Saturday. I do not want to go down there on a Saturday if I don't have to. So I ran that through all of them, and I actually was grading some of their work. I'm not sure how much I can actually say about me grading their work because there's a privacy policy I need to,
Just call them all faggots already and tell them they all failed.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Oh, okay. I didn't sign any clause.
There was definitely... One of the 4 groups definitely put in more hard work into it than the others, though. I can say that with surety, which that's not awful. How these papers work is that you have to submit like a first draft and a second draft, so these first ones aren't even graded. So I actually just told them, like, don't stress out too hard about this first draft, and some people took that advice very literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah, so now I'm just waiting on them to actually update it, and I was able to, like, just cover one guy's entire page with, like, problems about it. I was like, man, this guy has a lot of work to do. Flying is very nice and a speed upgrade for the daily. This was a good first deal with the devil.
This has been a pretty good run so far.
Absolutely. We even have extra time to go back and full clear this place.
Yeah. So anything else this week besides that?
Let's see. So I had to hurry up and log and sign myself up for a few more classes.
Oh, you have to actually take classes?
Yeah, so I was first under the impression that I wasn't going to have to take any classes this semester, but then my administrator gave me 2 options. She said, A, take no classes and write a very in-depth thesis statement, project thesis for your master's. Or 2, take a couple classes and write not as hard a thesis. And as soon as I heard that, my thesis, I told this to my thesis advisor, and he's just like, do that. Take the classes. writing a thesis is extremely hard, and you will hate every second of it. So if you have to take 2 classes to make it easier, definitely do that.
Okay.
Which I thought was really funny. He was basically telling me, yeah, no, don't be with me at all.
Yeah, you want to be with me.
Yeah.
Write your thesis on me, Pat.
What about you could be considered a chemical engineering thesis?
The fact that I'm still alive.
That would be more a philosophy master's, I think.
Wait, aren't you a philosopher?
Yeah, a philosophy of chemical engineering, though.
Oh.
So, I wonder, like, why things work.
Yeah, how the fuck do I work?
Which is why I've stayed in school for so long, because I never want to leave and try to get something else.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's good.
Anything else?
Let's see. Nothing I can think of off the top of my head right now.
I mean, you did catch up, well, didn't catch up with your continuing Game of Thrones, I've heard.
Oh, yeah, so that's a great story. So, with Game of Thrones, I have watched pretty much every episode of the first season, and the most recent episode.
Wait, you saw the most recent? The season finale?
Yes.
What the fuck? Even I haven't seen it, don't spoil it for me.
I won't. So, my parents have the HBO on demand, which I was using to watch, and it's separated by a drop-down menu. What I forgot was I clicked on a video and then clicked back, but when you do that, it immediately takes you back to the first thing in the list, and the first option on the list was the season finale. So I went back and realized, wait, no, I need to go back again. So I did that, and then I accidentally clicked the most recent episode.
And you watched it all?
Yeah, I watched all of it not knowing. I was watching it thinking to myself, like, I think I might have missed an episode somewhere. I think I accidentally, like, went forward one episode too many. I should probably go back and check on that. And it was only after the fact that I realized, oh, no, I didn't miss one episode. I missed 6 seasons of episodes.
Alright, well, you...
Honestly, based off all the spoilers I heard online, it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was the quick little thing I wanted to bring up about Game of Thrones, is that I've seen the season 7 finale.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm mildly excited for it, even though I'm like 5 episodes behind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've now realized that I can't keep up with a show unless it's like Rick and Morty or something really great like that.
Yeah. Wow. Did you just call Game of Thrones just okay, but Rick and Morty top tier?
No, okay.
Oh my god.
I could probably explain this.
Okay.
I like Game of Thrones. I think it's really good, but it's one of those shows where it takes a lot of energy, like to watch. Yeah, a lot of effort to watch because you gotta remember a lot of people's names, and it can get kind of exhausting.
I absolutely agree. Most of the time, I'm just like, oh, hey, there's that guy that was fucking that person earlier.
Yeah.
That's how I remember him.
Yeah, but like Rick and Morty is like very easy. There's 5 fucking characters.
Yeah, and like they just come up with random bullshit for like each episode. It's like they're not expecting you to remember it like from episode to episode.
I mean, they have a lot of little tidbits that I enjoy.
Yeah, like if you want to get like. If you want to get the full experience of Rick and Morty, you can do that, but you need to, like, put in so much effort just to, like, even follow what the fuck is going on in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I get that.
Alright, so, Pat.
Yes, Steve?
I feel like it's time for me to talk about my fuck-up of the week.
Oh, my... Just so everyone knows, Steven and I have, like, texted each other, like, almost... maybe 5% of what we usually text each other because we just want to get each other's genuine reactions to this stuff live on camera, and by that I mean recording.
Yeah.
So, alright, Steve, while I'm fighting Peep, who I hate, what was your fuck up of the week?
Okay, so I go to a university at Cleveland, and the parking there is really bad.
Oh, yeah.
So after a while, I was able to find a parking spot with like a parking meter that I had to do. Now beforehand, I did go to the bank and get $100 in quarters.
What the? $100? That's 400 quarters, Steve.
Yeah, there gets all my cars. Someone wants to go and steal them.
Oh, all right then. There's a newsflash for everyone. Steven has 400 quarters.
Well, here's the thing: is like there's going to be a lot of points where like I'm just going to need quarters randomly. So why not just have a lot in reserve?
Why not just have 400 of them?
I mean, I've used it quite a bit already.
All right.
So anyway, so I get there at around... I got there an hour early Monday, so I could park, like, find a good spot and, like, walk around and find places to eat and stuff.
Okay.
And the machine so I have a class from 2:30 to about 3:20, and then from 4:30 to 8 I have classes. So I go to the parking meter and I'm like, and it says like 4-hour parking. So I'm like, okay, I should only put in enough so then I can come back and put in more later for the 4 hours.
Right.
So as I'm walking back, I notice that the sign says 4-hour parking from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yeah.
And what I took that as, you're not allowed to park there after 6.
Yeah. So
I took my car and found a parking lot that like I had to pay $5 in kind of a sketchy area. So I parked there and then I had to do like a 20-minute walk to class.
Right.
And at like 8 or so when I was leaving to go back, I noticed a lot of people were parked in the 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. slot. And
yeah, how I always took that was they don't give a fuck after 6 p.m.
Yeah, so I'm like, wow, these people, man, the parking meters must have a lot of money coming in today. I'm like, wait, none of them have tickets. So I looked it up. Apparently, it just means free. It's free after those hours.
Yeah.
So that was a fuck up. So then Wednesday,
I love hearing you laugh to yourself before you've even told me the story. I'm like, damn it, what's Steven gonna do this time?
So Wednesday, it was from 4:30 to 8, and it was really bad finding a parking spot. And after about 20 minutes of looking, I was already running late at this point.
Okay.
And I found this like, okay, this is kind of decently close, but I have to do parallel parking.
Oh, the best.
And it took me about 5 minutes to do. And I'm like, okay, like I might be able to make it in time if like I sprint. So I'm like, okay, I gotta put in my money. Someone put a fucking dollar bill, like a dollar bill coin, into the parking meter, so it was jammed.
How do you not know how parking meters work?
I don't know. And it was just like this really big moment of defeat for me. And like one person saw me just like look really fucking sad and just kept walking along. So then I had to like go kind of farther along and do parallel parking fucking again in what I call the sketchy area.
Alright.
I didn't have to pay $5 at the parking garage, so
it counted up as a win.
I got to class 15 minutes late.
What class is this?
It's called Foundations of Computing. I got in there and I was like, oh, okay, I get this.
No.
It was like, this is actually kind of easy.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it was an easy class. Then the class immediately after, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I want to read the book and know what to do, but he doesn't know what part of the book he's at.
Oh, great.
I'm like, yeah, you know, I don't get that. I want to read the book and know what problems I have, so then I can really pay attention to the stuff that I don't get.
Can I bring up a quick
go for it?
A tangent about Patrick's weekly fuck up? This
go for it.
This is a pretty good one. You might scoff at me in disgust over this one. So I needed a textbook for a class, and I needed it quick. I signed up late for the class, and I was just like, shit, I really need the book to do the homework, and ordering it by normal delivery wouldn't get it to me in time, so I needed to buy the ebook for it. $160.
Yeah.
So, yeah, signing up, getting signed up for classes extremely late cost me $160 on top of the obvious money it cost me already to sign up.
So speaking of textbooks, one of my professors, it's his second...
And yes, by the way, everyone, I did look for less normal means of getting textbooks. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Nudge, nudge. Yes.
The book does not exist in torrent form. Whoops, did I say that out loud?
Yeah, so one of my professors, like the Foundation Computing class, it's his second year, and for some weird reason, Okay, so he had at the bookstore. It had like 3 books we needed to get.
All right.
On his website that he had for the class, it was a different book, and on the like if you go to the website, like this is syllabus for the class from like a few years ago. It's like it's this different book. So I was like, I'm not gonna like get any fucking book. I'm gonna wait for him to tell me.
Okay.
And then I got there, and he's like, just get this book. Just like type it into Google, and it's literally the first link.
Nice.
And there were a few people that were just like, had their books out, like looking really disappointed, and they were the wrong books.
Oh, great. So wait, so it was none of the books then?
It was the one on his course website.
Blank Heart Suicide King. That's a fabulous comic.
So it was just this thing where it's like, this is why I don't get books till after the first class at least.
Yeah, I needed it for the homework though. Like it became very apparent for me that I was going to need the book.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, I want to make sure that we actually need these books.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that reminds me of my freshman year in physics class. I got like the required textbooks. Like I got all the textbooks. It was like $300 goddamn dollars, and it was awful. And then he barely used like the textbook at all, which is bullshit because it had 2 sections. One section for the required text and one section for the recommended text. I didn't buy any of the recommended text. I only bought the required ones. Turns out the required ones weren't that required at all. I felt cheated and lied to.
Yeah, textbooks are kind of a weird thing.
We can go on for like 700 years talking about how much we hate textbooks and not say anything new that hasn't been said already.
Oh yeah, so how many of your professors can you understand?
Let's see. I got one guy from India who I've had in classes before, so I know what he's saying. And one person, I'm gonna say French. She is. So nothing that bad this semester.
I got 3 Chinese.
All right.
and each one like had a little tidbit about their name. It's like, you actually pronounce it like this, or like this is what it's like what it means and like why it's worded like this and what it means. And one guy just like, so here's how you write my name. Like if you know this and write it on the exam, you get bonus points.
He's giving you bonus points for actually being able to like spell his name right.
Oh well, like
is it the Chinese symbol?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like, oh wow, that's very simple.
Okay.
It's like, all right, so the top part is okay. So you draw a line, then you have from each end you have it like coming inwards and down like a curve, like a parabola for both. You do that 3 times, and then it's a giant T, and then like 2 lines at the bottom corners.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like, oh, this is very easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did learn like 300-ish kanji at one point, so it was kind of easy to learn 1 instead of like 50 a week.
Just in case you guys needed another little tidbit about Steven.
I do want to get back into it, but just...
You have enough shit on your plate right now. Without just the random edits you decide to throw into these videos.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, are the best part. No denying it at all.
I fucking love, you saw the one for Alien 10, right?
No,
I sent the Snapchat.
Yeah.
The one where I added noise.
Oh yeah, it was just like Dragon Ball, and then it like the crashing glass sound or something like that.
Yeah,
that was good.
Yeah, that was one that I for the Sailor Moon one. You said like it was 8 out of 10. Like, oh, the next one's gonna be 9 out of 10.
Yeah. I think you did it.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Like it's not like anything like crazy editing skills, like 10 out of 10 wise, but
yeah, I worked really hard to try and get the motion right, and I didn't.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Final Fantasy V.
you have a way with words, Steve. How do you keep the conversation flowing so beautifully?
I had like a different thing I could talk about, but it's like we need to get the quota.
Yeah, we need to get the Final Fantasy quota in. Final Fantasy V might be my second least played Final Fantasy in the main series.
What's your least played?
2.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, 3 I've done. 4, I can't... Oh, yeah, 4 I'm done.
Yeah, 4 you fucking 100% with me.
Yeah, but it's been so long.
It's been, like, a good time after.
Yeah.
I still like it, but the fucking rat tails were kind of annoying.
Yeah. But anyways, we're not talking about 4 right now, we're talking about 5. Yeah, it's probably my second least played. I got a decent amount in, but again, the job system, I'm just not a fan. Same thing I have to say about 3. Who's the good guy in that one, like Galoof or something?
Galoof. Yeah, he's, like, the best character.
Yeah.
And I still stand by, like, I think it's the most underrated of them all. Like, you know, goes with you, where you're like, yeah, it's kind of underrated. Like, it sucks.
Yeah, alright. Come on.
Because
Blank card Hermit. Blank card Yarroom. There we go.
You don't like the job system in 3, but like the one in 5, I feel like is much fucking better.
Yep.
Because of the whole when you actually max out a job, you get like a permanent stat up for if you go for the base job, which is just adventure, I think. And you get, like, different abilities, for example.
Wow! Monstro 2!
What a fucking asshole.
Just straight up killed that guy. Alright, yeah.
If you learn, like, if you did a white mage and you got to max level, you could then do white magic level 7 and just have that be on anyone. So you could have a monk that knows white magic. Or you could teach your monk how to use swords. Which, you know, I don't think was the best idea. Or you go for my really stupid strat of teach the 2 melee fighters berserk and just let them just go wild, and there be a few bosses where you have to actually pick the right target or wait a bit, and if you don't, then the enemy attacks you like really fucking hard.
Oh. I don't remember much about 5. It's been quite a while since I've played it. I do remember thinking it was better than 3, though.
Yeah, it was much better than 3, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm also a big fan of whenever they give you kind of a good amount of choice in building your cast.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's like, okay, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like, 6, you have a fair amount of options. You got 14 fucking people.
Right.
And you can teach them all different spells and stuff. And like that. 7, you got the material system, which is really fucking good. Even though, like, later on, the main difference between them is their over limit and their ultimate weapon.
Yeah, they become mostly blank slates after a while.
Yeah. I mean, 8, like, you had a fair amount of options, I guess.
Yeah.
Just equip the best of the best.
It's a really poopy wave we got going on here. Dangle and the Turdlings.
Let's see, 2 did not, like, give you much choice. It was just, like, just pick whatever and just fucking roll with it.
2 was about the joys of assaulting your friends.
Yeah.
The game.
My whole strat was just go fucking all on physical, and the fucking final dungeon, 50% of your max health every hit, and it heals them, so I didn't know how to dodge at fucking all. So it was a constant thing, and for the final boss, I had to have the new character just stand in the front with dual shields, while the rest of us just hammered it from the back row.
Are we talking 5 right now?
2.
Alright, let's get back to talking about 5.
Yeah, 5.
Let's see, we got Bartz and Galoof. I cannot remember the names of anyone else.
Lena was the princess, and Ferris was the pirate.
This is around the time, like, I don't think I've ever actually played, like, an original... Like, the first 6 of them, I haven't played any of, like, the originals, like, how... Like, on their, like, Nintendo consoles.
I did it for the Final Fantasy 4 and 6.
Yeah, let's see.
5, I feel like they want more for kind of a humorous approach with the remake. Because there were a lot of just, like, stupid lines that I loved.
Yeah, 1 through 6, I believe I played on the iPhone mobile. So, you know, that's gonna annoy some people. But, you know what's going to annoy them more? I didn't think the mobile versions were that bad.
Yeah, fair enough.
I've seen a lot of the complaints online like about how awful the graphics look in comparison, but like, I don't... Oh my god. That kind of stuff just doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. Let's see.
What else to talk about 5? Did you 100% 5?
No. Oh, fuck that one.
Yeah.
So like I
Steven
I beat the game like a few years back, and then like I'm like, oh, I'll 100% because me and Pat were in this scenario of let's 100% a lot of Final Fantasy games. There was this one enemy that I looked up, and because it was a really hard enemy at the time, and I didn't want to deal with it, but you were going to, like, get to a point where you couldn't fight anymore, and I found out, like, oh, it's in the super secret dungeon, so you can fill it in for the bestiary. That doesn't count. So, I got really disappointed in that for about a year, maybe, and then I eventually went back to that point, and then I found out, like, oh, I could just do it on any save file, and it'll keep it. And I'm like, that's really fucking cool.
Nice.
So then I get back to where I was almost max level, and most of the jobs were maxed out. And then I had to go through the secret dungeon, which, fuck the 2 super bosses. Nothing like really bullshit RNG. There's just like a 67% chance you just can't hit the enemy.
Oh, nice. I would say I'm a fan of most of the time just not being able to do anything at all.
Yeah, so I did all that. I did everything, and I missed a chest somewhere. And I was just like, I can't do it.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah. And it was just at the time when Persona 4 was... No. It was after I finished Persona 4, so...
Hey, Steve, you liking this, by the way?
Yeah, I like it. So, it was, around the time I finished Persona 5, so I was kind of a little, tired out from JRPGs.
Okay, yep, here we go, everyone. This is how we go ahead and break this run wide open.
Get Cricket's head!
Oh, man.
Do you think maybe we should kill him first?
I don't know what you're talking about, Steve. Everyone has a right to life.
No, they don't.
Okay, well, you heard it here first, folks.
I'm a Nazi.
Let's see. So, yeah, alright. Well, this run,
You've won.
Yeah, like, I've won, and now I need to decide how much time do I want to spend on it.
So, Pat?
Yeah, Steve.
I want to talk about a show.
You want to talk about a show? Okay, we're just gonna...
Alright, I think we're done with 5.
Okay. I just wanted to bring up one more thing. Steve has this special, set of the special classification of games on his Steam library called Fuck This Shit.
Yeah.
And Final Fantasy V is an honorary member of that.
There's another one in there. I forget what I put.
I thought it was Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah, I think I put 6 in because it
oh god, okay, now I have
it couldn't run on my old laptop, and I just don't feel like playing it, even though it is my 3rd favorite Final Fantasy.
It is a really fucking good one.
It's really fucking good. But yeah, so there's a show that at my work we have a TV, and it's normally either A, sports, where I don't care, B, the news, which is very rare, and then C, the Food Network.
I was wondering if we were going to end up making like a recurring series of what was on the Food Network at Steve's work this week.
So there's this one show called Restaurant Stakeout,
okay,
which is really fucking stupid. And I've told you this, but I'll say it for everyone.
Alright.
It's a show where... Okay, it's fake. It is actually fake. And it's... Something bad is happening in a restaurant, and they hired these investigators to go and, like, figure out what's up. So they play it as, like, oh, this is, like, this very in-depth, like, investigation of this... Of, like, these people just fucking over their work.
Wow, my reflection tears. All right, so I was just about to say real quick. It looks like $3 bill is going to be the limiting factor in this run because every once in a while it's going to make me have to like. That was stupid, but sorry. Anyways, continue.
So it's they try and play like it's real, but I wanted to figure out what the name of the show was, so I looked up the Food Network and I found it. And on Google it's like, did you mean Restaurant Stakeout fake?
The first result wants you to autocorrect it saying, yeah, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
I love that.
So they do a lot of this really stupid bullshit where it's like, no one would go and do that like this.
Excuse me, folks.
So there was one time where...
Well, this room is...
There was one time where the guy was a night guard, and it was only him there. So he wanted to steal stuff. Now, how would you do that?
How would you steal stuff as a night guard?
Yeah.
Does he have control of the security cameras?
I don't fucking know. He didn't think of that.
Okay, so he doesn't mess with the security cameras. I'm gonna guess memorize where the blind spots are with the security cameras.
Yeah, that seems like a good logical approach. No, instead he got his twin brother stuck in the backseat of his truck, and then at one point he goes out and acts like he's going to go get his phone and lets his brother out, who's dressed exactly like him, so that way he can be there and it looks like he's not actually leaving to take stuff.
That is actually incredible. Oh my god!
Yeah, so so the guy's just walking like, it looks like he's doing the good old bait and switch where he like puts himself down and he goes and steals everything. Like this guy thinks he's like really fucking smart bullshit.
Yeah, okay, so as I'm sure you guys all saw there, this run has like really gone off the rails. Every once in a while, $3 bill also gives me Cricket's body, so all of the explosions explode into more explosions, so I'm going to take a lot of damage.
Yeah, alright, and there's one other big instance I remember of just, this is so fucking stupid, where it's like, so it's at a different restaurant, it's at a bar, and they have a trivia night or whatever for the ladies.
Okay.
And...
Oh, the ladies.
So...
Oh, God, fuck!
So people put in money to, like, participate, and whoever wins gets the pot.
Okay.
So, what would you do to be an asshole?
To, like, cheat your way into this. Oh, wait,
so the guy asks people, like, do you want to join in for some fun trivia? Now, how would he do it when he's the host?
He would control what the answers are?
Well, he also makes the answers.
Okay, so he would lie about what the answers are and just bank on no one knowing it, maybe?
No. Well, one of the contestants wins. So
okay.
So this is
he enters in his twin brother into the competition and has him win, gives him all the answers ahead of time.
Very close. It was his sister, and they he has the questions and the answers on his on the work computer. So he left it open so he could walk back there and look at them instead of texting her.
I was gonna say, yeah, couldn't you just, like, tell her?
Yeah, like, you made the fucking questions.
I'm sorry, how many, do you know how many seasons this show has?
5.
Wow. I was expecting, like, 2.
It was 45 fucking episodes.
Oh my goodness.
I saw, I'm like, how the fuck did people watch this? Yeah, and it's always this thing where the manager's like, yeah, this is Greg. He's been here for like 5 years, and he's like done a really fucking good job. And then, like 5 minutes later, like, fuck that bastard.
like that's what Greg says.
No, that's what
the manager initially says he's great.
Yeah, and it like he's in the room with the host, like just watching a bunch of surveillance cameras.
Okay.
And they have to at least always have like one employee that isn't a complete asshole.
Right.
Let's see, there was one time where it was at a bar, and the manager had one of those trucker mugs, like those really big things to drink on the road.
Alright, yeah, like the big gulps?
Yeah, the big gulps. Well, it was even bigger than that.
Oh, bigger than the big gulps?
It's like a water cooler, like the water tub thing, like that big.
Okay. And
she fucking hated how the manager kept having that, like, while she was working. Because she'd walk into the bar and just be drinking it.
What's the problem with that?
She just thinks it looks like the restaurant is trashy.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just a lot of things like that.
I'm not following the logic here, but then again, maybe the show isn't meant for me.
Yeah. And then, like, she hired her nephew there to work as a bartender. And she got really mad that he was giving people a little bit extra alcohol.
Okay.
It's like, okay, you're just fucking nitpicking at this point.
Yeah, so basically, they're really strapped for content then.
Yeah. They come up with really stupid bullshit. There was one time where he always gets a chick to go undercover and like start working there.
Right.
And then he tends to have another guy that goes in as a customer at one point. It's like, yeah, I need to get $100 in cash right now, so can you add 100 and just give it to me?
Right, that's kind of dumb, but...
Yeah, and like, the kid was like, no. Like, it went on for 5 fucking minutes, like, this is not that big of a fucking deal.
Yeah, but...
I mean, there's probably a law against it or some bullshit.
No, I've seen people do that before.
Well, I don't
Oh
know.
my god.
Okay, it's probably then the stupid rule by the fucking manicure or something.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Or it's like, what the? Why is this like primetime television at 4 a.m.?
I think you answered your own question there, Steve.
Yeah, but that. And you gave me a very important homework task of watching an episode for content, and I'm gonna try.
Oh yeah, I forgot I gave Steve homework. Tom, homework. Text Steve to make sure he's doing the homework I've assigned to him.
Yeah. Alright, Tom, I got some homework for you.
Okay.
I need you to go and debug this. I'm gonna send you...
You're sending him computer programming work?
Yeah. Alright, Tom, I'm gonna send you the, password for, my, to sign in. The username is my first letter and, the 6 first letters of my last name. Like, don't worry, you'll figure it out.
Alright.
Yeah, so like you'll have gotten a text like 2 weeks ago with my password. So you'll figure it out.
If he texts you asking what that is, just text him back homework.
I'm not even gonna text him. I'm just gonna completely deny it until this goes up.
No,
yeah,
but he's gonna keep asking you though. So
yeah. So Tom, you're gonna need to go through here. There are 3 errors, and you're gonna have to fix them. Now,
why are we sending Tom on a Da Vinci Code? Thing, and by that I mean how come we haven't done this sooner?
I don't know, but yeah, you need to go in and fix it, and I'll take care of the cover page. Don't worry about that. Just make sure you take screenshots of what you fixed.
Oh man!
And also upload it.
I love this.
Yeah. I hope he enjoys that homework.
Okay, so yeah, this run is actually a hell of my own design, and my damage penalty is actually going to be through the roof. Blank card Yararune runs, you're usually supposed to, like, have close to 0 damage penalty, but I just didn't have the patience, so here we are.
Yeah. So, you're pretty much done, right? You just had to touch the chest? Or do you go...
No, this is one. I have one more floor to go after this.
I didn't know.
Yeah, so we have about, I'd ballpark and say 4 to 5 more minutes left.
Oh, yeah. So, did you see Edgar's Snapchat today?
Yes, of his laptop he brutally murdered.
Yeah, I feel like he's trying to start one of those YouTube careers of like just talking about building computers, but he's going for the very popular market of Snapchat.
he could hang out with Chris with his weekly Wednesdays.
Yes.
That he loves so much.
I love you, Edgar. If you're watching, you're probably not watching. You're too like good for us.
I'm still thinking about the homework you gave Tom. Like that was some really in-depth shit, and I can just see Tom like completely not do it at all.
By the way, Tom, the files are main.c and pi.c. You're gonna have to go on to my campus and like figure this shit out. Okay.
That gave me 3 luck upgrades. Holy shit.
But yeah, I actually was thinking...
Oh, I have gotten away from the explosion hell.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
But yeah, I thought of this, like, Wednesday when he gave me homework, like, oh, I gotta fucking tell Tom to do it. I've been sitting on that waiting.
You're having Tom just do the homework for your class that you're already doing?
I haven't done it yet.
I mean, I figured, but you have to, right?
Yeah, I have to. It's due 2 days before this goes up. I'm really... I have high hopes for you, Tom.
I was going to say a little bit late to get help from Tom there, then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and then in that class, I had to do 4 projects with another person.
Gross.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a solid senior lab you could do there, though.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of group projects, even if it is just 2.
I think with 2 it's fine, because you can be reasonably certain that you can, like, usually trust the other person.
Well, it's 4 different people. It's like...
What?
Okay, so you pick one for the first one, and you can't pick that person again.
Okay.
So you gotta do it, like, I don't know. It's also one of those things where it's like, I have to actually interact with my classmates. Or, you know...
Only one person, and it's basically just like, hey, you do work? Cool, I also do work.
Hey, you like memes?
And then they say no, and then you fucking panic because you have no other conversation topics.
Yeah. You like Let's Plays?
Yeah. Have I ever shown you the best Let's Play channel?
Markiplier.
Yeah, Mark a Ramblers.
Yes.
Oh, dude, we should have totally named ourselves that.
I feel like Markiplier would have sent a cease and desist.
I feel like he has better things to do than send cease and desist to channels with 8 subscribers.
I feel like he just really gets a hard-on for that.
You think so?
Probably.
How much do you think Markiplier, like, jerks off because of how famous he is?
I feel like he's jerking off right now while he's recording one of his videos.
Oh, yeah, dude. Like,
have you
hello,
noticed?
my name's Markiplier. I'm going to do nothing but jerk off this video because I can and I'm rich.
Yeah.
And you know what? Can't blame him.
Yeah, he fucking did it. He lives the dream. Yeah. Have you noticed that you can't really see the bottom, like...
The bottom half of most Let's Players while they're using face cam?
Yeah. So have you noticed that? Like, come on, dude.
That's a good point.
And, like, how often can you see both of his hands?
You know what? He says he's playing it, but it could just be post-commentary later. Yeah. And he's actually just forcing, like, one of his interns to blow him while he's playing that.
I mean, for all we know, he could be playing the game with his feet.
that is true.
Like, how would we know? Unless we went there and did a restaurant stakeout.
We're gonna do a diner, drive-ins, and dives against Markiplier.
I fucking hate that show. 21st, good job.
That is actually really good for the fact that this was... that leads me to believe many people didn't find a blank card Yarrow like I did.
Oh, yeah.
So... yeah, that was actually a really fucking good run. This is potentially top 10. That might be stretching a bit on Greedbutt. But yeah, well, I guess everyone will just know next week when I say it, if I remember.
You won't.
I mean, I remembered last week's, though.
What?
39th.
Alright.
Thank you all for watching. I hope watching those rampant explosions and hearing us ramble a lot was at least quality entertainment. Tom,
Tom.
Okay.
For the homework, the login is my first 2, so ST, and then the 6 letters of my last name, like all capital.
Oh my god,
Sorry.
Tom is gonna spend so much time trying to log in because he paused the video there at the first,
Yeah.
Anyways.
Also, I forgot to add a C to the text. It's a capital C, so, deal with that.
Thank you all so much for watching. Goodbye.
Yeah.